Hello, my name is Linda Chambers, and I'm going to be showing you a video about wireless network security. First of all, we need to understand what WEP is. WEP is Wired Equivalent Privacy. It's just a security protocol for wireless networks. WEP is currently an incredibly weak protocol for your wireless network, so I advise you to use WPA or WPA2. WPA is Wi-Fi Protected Access. WPA was developed to replace WEP because WEP had a lot of bad flaws, and it made it easy for others to connect to your network. WEP uses protocols with encryption keys to keep your wireless network a little more secure. And you won't be required to replace any of your hardware while using WPA2 because WPA2 provides backward compatibility, even if your hardware was designed for WEP. So basically, hackers are always finding ways to crack the encryption keys. So WPA2 replaces WPA because it takes care of the hacking problem with the new set of standards known as the AES algorithm. So basically, it's much harder to crack AES. So if you're using a wireless network at your home, I advise you to use WPA2 as an additional security measure. And then I have some guidelines there for you when you're creating your passphrase for your WPA or WPA2. So how do you secure your Wi-Fi? You want to keep your neighbors and hackers off your network so they're not using your network for free or your internet for free, and then they're not able to get into your computer or your network and destroy your devices you have connected. So here are a few steps to help you along the way. Step 1, you want to enable wireless encryption via WPA. So basically what you do is you just go online. You need to go through command prompt first, and then you type in ipconfig. That's going to tell you what your gateway IP address is. So once you go online, you're going to be connecting yourself to your router. So in the address bar where usually you type in www.yahoo.com, you type in whatever your gateway IP address is. And for instance, if it's 192.168.2.1, you would type that in as the address, like going to facebook.com or whatever, you would type that in there. And then you're going to have to connect to your router. So you need to look up your default login information online if you've never gave your wireless router a new name, SSID, or a password. Then it's going to be by default, so you're going to have to look it up online by manufacturer and then get that so that you can log in. Then once you get logged in, you need to enable your wireless encryption, which means you're going to have to check a box that says, yes, I want to enable my wireless encryption by using WPA. Step 2, you want to change the default router password. So if a hacker is trying to access your network, they will have a little more work to do. And basically it's a random sequence of the maximum letters. That doesn't make any sense, sorry. Don't use easily guessed words, passwords, special characters, or dictionary words. I do encourage you to use uppercase and lowercase letters in your password. Step 3, you need to change your default wireless SSID. SSID stands for Service Set Identifier, which basically is the name that you're going to name your network. That's going to identify what your wireless network is called. So use a name that you can remember and identify. And you should write that name and the password that you choose somewhere that you will remember, like in a Rolodex or in your packet of documentation for your computer when you bought it, or somewhere where you will remember where it's at. And yeah, you can use up to 32 characters. Step 4, you want to hide that SSID. See, if your router has antennas, most likely you have wireless connectivity. Therefore, your wireless router sends out beacons, which is your SSID, to devices that are trying to connect. And you want to hide your SSID so it is a little harder for hackers or your neighbors to get it. And how do you hide the SSID? Well, there's a little box that says Disable or Enable next to SSID Broadcast. Well, of course, you don't want your network's name broadcasted, so you disable the broadcast. Step 5, secure all home work groups with group passwords and up-to-date patches. Make sure all your computers or devices connected to the wireless network are password protected, and that all patches for the installing operating system are downloaded and installed. So basically, on each computer that you have connected to your wireless network, you want to have the operating system updated and ready to go. And like I said, there are cracking softwares that they have wrote that are able to crack the encryption keys. Arrow dump is one that they use to capture the traffic, the packets, and air replay is what they use to launch attacks or replay the packets and inject packets into your network, and air crack is what they use to crack the web encryption key. And finally, we're going to talk about antenna extenders such as Cantenna and the Wi-Fi. When you connect Wi-Fi antennas, you do this so that you can boost the range of your wireless network, or so that you can connect to other Wi-Fi networks in your neighborhood. Like, if your house is a big house and you have a dead spot in your house where your computer or your laptop won't pick up wireless connection, if you buy a Cantenna or make your own Wi-Fi, then you can make your range a little bigger in your house. Therefore, the dead spot is no longer a dead spot, it's a live spot, and your computer will work there. And Wi-Fi is it's a style of Wi-Fi antennas that are made out of easy and cheap Asian cookware scoops or similar easy-to-find household metallic reflective items. I hope that you enjoyed my video on wireless network technology, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.